Okay, again, welcome back to the third class of Unix. And as I told yesterday, that we will start discussing about the basic Unix commands, and we will discuss one by one. And as I told earlier, if you have systems, install any of the Unix flavor and try to practice these commands. So it will be a makes you easy to understand and remember the commands. So let's go. So this is the first step. When you use a Unix system, you need to enter into the Unix system. The administrator will provide you with your login name and a password. So here I have taken the example that if I am using a Unix system, my login name will be my name, that is Kishore, and my password is something like this. So once you enter with your credentials, that is with your login name and password, you will be getting one prompt that is called like something a prompt. So the symbol will be prompt symbol will be hash for the system administrator, and a dollar sign for a user. So because we are all users, we will get a dollar prompt. So that is the dollar prompt where you need to enter all the commands what we want to execute. So this is the main step to enter into the basic Unix system. Once you enter into the Unix system, you will get a prompt, that is the dollar prompt, and then there you will enter each and every command which you want to execute it. Okay, then so the first command we want to discuss today is log name. So what is this command? So whenever you type log name at this command prompt, you will get, or it displays the current username. Suppose because I entered into the Unix with a username Kishore, so it will displace Kishore as the user name. If you enter with your login ID, that means whatever the login ID you will have, that will be displayed at this at the monitor, right? So every time I am using because Unix is a case sensitive language, you need to use lowercase letters only. So the first command is log name. So whenever you enter log name and press enter button, it displays the user name. So the user who is using that current system will be displayed. Then the second one is pwd. So this command is used to display the current working directory. So pwd is nothing but present working directory. So present in which you are working, the directory name will be displayed. So as I said in the previous classes, that all users will be under a directory usr, and you are one of the users. Say for example, here I am one of the users, so therefore the pwd, the present working directory, will be //user /Kishore. So now I am working under the user directory. I have created my own directory, that is nothing but Kishore. So whatever the files I am going to create from now onwards will be under this directory Kishore. So the tree structure will be like, so Kishore will be the main directory, and under this so many other directories or files will be kept, right? So pwd stands for present working directory. Fine. And the next command, clear command. See, whenever you type clear command and press enter, it clears the screen. Whatever the things appears on the monitor will be cleared, and you will only get that dollar prompt. It is something like the scr function. CLR function, we used it in the C language. So what is the use of CLR function in the C language? It is used to clear the screen. Whatever the contents available or appears on the screen will be cleared, and we will get a clear screen. So similarly in Unix also we'll use clear function or clear command to clear the screen. And the second one is the exit command is used to log out from the current user. For example, as I said, when I am logging into the system with my username and password, once I completed my all my works, then I want to log out from the system. So whenever you want to log out from the system, you simply type exit and then press enter. So once you press enter, then automatically the system will log you out from the your directory. So you will be getting out of this directory, and that means you are logged out of the system. Okay, and the next one is the date command. See, the date command, whenever you type date and press enter, it displays the system date and also the time. The current date and time will be displayed. So something, it will, the output will be something looks like this. So it will display Thursday, that means today's date, today's day is Thursday and the month is August and the date is 20th. And also it also displays the current time, say for example 9 hours 40 minutes 10 seconds Indian standard time, and the year is 2020. So whenever you type this date command, it displays the current system date and time. So system date may you may update, you may need to update if it is wrong. So once if it is everything is okay, then it will displays the current system date as well as time. There is no need to type time. Automatically whenever you type date command, it also displays the time. Okay, and the next command is who am I. See this, what is the use of this who am I command? So the who am I command, it displays the information about all the users who have logged into the system currently. That is each user login name. It displays all users login names, all users terminal numbers, and the date and time that the person logged in. For example, say for example in our computer lab, if 20 of you are working in the computer lab, if you type who am I, it displays all the 20 user names as well as the terminal numbers on which system they are working. That is nothing but the terminal number. So here if you look, this TTY01 means the user Shaker 1 is using the system or the terminal 1, and when he has logged in, he has logged in at around 9:30 in the morning or night, so whatever it may be, at the date March 4th. So whoever is working currently, only the, it will shows only the names of the users who are currently working. Okay, so this is the output you will get whenever you use who am I command. So who am I command will gives four columns or 4 or 5 columns, where first column will represents the username, the second one represents the terminal number on which the user is working, and then the date, and followed by the time when the user has logged into the system. These are the 5 things you will get when you use the who am I command. Okay, got it. Generally this who am I command is used by administrators to check whether all users are logged in or not. So these are the things they will check, so they will use generally. And the next one is finger command. So finger command is similar to who am I command, but with this finger command, it displays some more information about the users. Like as I said in the previous slide, it will displays the terminal number and the date and the login time, everything. So this finger command also displays the information as who am I command, and also any some additional information like how much time they spent, how many mails they send. Some information, additional information will be displayed by using this finger command. Okay, then cal command. So cal stands for calendar. So cal is nothing but calendar. So what is this calendar command? So whenever you type cal command, what it shows, it displays the calendar of current month, previous month, and the next month. Because this is the August month, when you use cal command in the Unix command prompt, it displays July month, August month, and September month. So these 3 months calendars will be displayed on the screen when you use cal command. So with the cal command can also be used like shown in the slide. So cal year, suppose if you type cal followed by year 1990, so what it does is it displays the all months of 1990 on the monitor. So 1990 means it will have 12 months, so 12 months calendar will be displayed on the screen. Okay, also you can use with the cal command with month and year. For example, if you type like cal 3 1993. What it means? So you want to display the March month's calendar of the year 1993. So 1993's March months will be calendar will be displayed on the screen. And you want to remember one thing is this cal command will receives numerics from 1 to 9099, I mean 9999. So you can display from the first year to 9999th year calendar you can display using this call command. Okay, hope you are getting the commands. And the next command is banner command. So what is this banner command? So whenever you type banner followed by any name or any item or any information within the double quotes, what it does is it will displays the item which is given with the banner command in a format which is something looks like a big banner. So as we all know that what is a banner, so it will be displayed in a big letters BANNER like that, or if we, here we have given my name, so therefore it will display KISHORE in a format which is something looks like a banner. Okay, so whenever you want to display something in big letters or like that, you can use this banner command, right? So there are another init commands available in Unix language. These commands are used to change the system run levels. So what are the system run levels means? If you want to shut down the system without the help of like in Windows, what we do is to shut down the system is we go to the main menu and then we will click on that and we will press shutdown button. So otherwise in Unix you can directly type init 0. So if you type init 0, what happens means init 0 will shut down the system. The system will be shut down automatically. Or else if you use init 1, it will take the system to the single user mode. As I said, user is Unix is a multi-user multitasking system. Whenever you wants to bring that system into single user so that no other cannot work with you simultaneously, you can press init 1, so you can enter at the command prompt so that the system will be brought to the single user mode. Similarly, init 2 will brings the system back to the multi-user mode, where it will not allows us to share the resources. As a multi-user multitasking system, generally what the people do is they will share the resources like memory or printer or something else. So here what it does is init 2 will bring back the system from single user mode to multi-user mode, but the problem is it will not allow us to share the resources. So what you have to do is to share the resources and bring back to the system to the multi-user mode, you need to type init 3. So whenever you type init 3, it will brings back the system to multi-user mode with resource sharing. Similarly, init 6 will halt and reboot the system. Whenever like reset button in the normal system, it will work similar to the reset button. So init 6 will brings the system to halt and it will reboots the system. So these are the init commands. Generally these commands are used by administrator generally, so we will not use these commands anyway. And now it is the important thing that is called creating files. As I said, whenever you enter into the system, you will be under your our directories. That means user, so Kishore. So this is the directory in which I am working now. So under this directory Kishore, if I want to create some files or directories, what I need to do is I need to use some commands to create files. And we are now going to see what are the commands that are used to create files. Okay, the first one is the touch command. So touch command is used to create files. So here there are two commands, one is touch and other one is cat command. So there is a bit difference between these two, cat and touch commands. So let us see first what is a touch command, then we will see what is a cat command, right? So touch command. So touch command syntax is at command prompt you can directly type touch followed by file name. Again I am remembering you that Unix is a case sensitive, and it also looks for the spaces. That means you need to give space between the command and the file name. That is important, right? So whenever you type touch file name, what it does is it creates a 0 byte file size. That means it will create a file. For example, if I am typing like tuch touch f1, so I am going to give the file name as f1. So what it does is a file with name f1 will be created in the under your directory, and this f1 does not contain any information. So the size of the f1 will be 0 bytes. It will not get any information from this f1. It file will be only created, the only f1 file will be created, the information in the f1 will not be there. So the touch command is used to create files without any information. No information can be stored in that file by using touch command. So similarly, the touch command can be so what is the use of touch command? By creating a file without any information, there is no use. But when there is a requirement to create number of files quickly, so that we can store information later, we can use touch command. For example, if you write like this tuch touch followed by f1 followed by f2 followed by f3 and so on. So what is this command will do is it will creates f1 file, f2 file, f3 files, f4 file. Four files it will creates. All the files will not have any data. All files will be created with 0 size. So f1 will be created, f2 will be created, and similarly f2, f3, f4 will be created. Fine. So this is the use of touch command. So touch command is one of the command used to create file, but the problem is using touch command we cannot store any information in the file. Only we are using touch command to create files with 0 size. That is the important thing to remember. Okay, then let us see what is a cat command. So this is the command cat command, where which one is used to create files with contents. So that syntax is cat greater than file name. So if I want to create a file, you need to type cat, then followed by greater than symbol, then for example f1. So here I am intended to create a file f1 with some data. Now, so whenever you type cat greater than f1 and then press enter button, what happens, it will looks for the contents into the file. So automatically the control of the system will be waiting for the response by the user. So you need to enter something into that file. So these lines are showing that this we need to enter some contents. So don't think that it will show any lines, but it will the cursor will be here, stands here. So whenever you enter something, that information will be stored in this f1 file. Okay, so once every information is loaded into the f1 file, at last you need to press Ctrl plus D. So this Ctrl plus D is used to save the file content. So whatever the contents you will store here will be saved in this file f. Got it? So normally touch command is used to create just the name of the file like f1, but here the cat command will be used to create files with some contents. Okay, so what is the syntax? Cat greater than file name. So cat greater than file name, once you enter the cat greater than file name and then press enter, definitely it will ask or waits for the response from the user. So whatever the information you will store, you will give in this place, it will be stored once you press Ctrl D. Okay. Okay, then we are moving to the options available with the cat command. Okay, so this is another use of cat command. Here see the syntax is little bit different from the previous one. In the previous one we are using to create a file with one greater than symbol, that is cat f1. So whenever you do like this, it will create f1 file with somewhat information in that file. Now what the double greater than symbol indicates? So now see, the double greater than symbol is used to append the file. So what is appending? So you have already created f1 file with the use of cat command. Now what is the problem is you need to add some more information to the to the f1 file. So to add more information to the f1 file, what you need to do is you need to type cat double greater than f1. So whenever you type cat double greater than f1, what happens is already is f1 containing some information like this. Okay, so now again when you type cat double greater than file1 and press enter, again it will wait for the response from the user. So once you enter some response in this place, that response will be added to this f1. So already there is some information in this f1, and from the last line it will continues to add the information which is entered using this double greater than. So the file is updating, the file is appended. And similarly, to save the information, again you need to press Ctrl D. So once you enter all the information, finally you need to press Ctrl D. So once you press Ctrl D, the new file will be created with the additional information what you have entered. Okay, this is nothing but called as appending a file. So already file is existed with some information, and now what you are going to do is you are wants to add some more information to the existing contents. So that will be done by using this append command and cat creation of file. There is only small difference, that is greater than symbol only we use single greater than to create a file, and double greater than symbol to create or append existing file. Okay, then comes to the other options with the cat commands. See here, just look carefully here. What we have done here is cat f1 file1 space file2 space file3 and double greater than symbol file4. So what it does is, now here cat file1, say assume that file1 contains some information, similarly file2 also contains some information, and similarly file3 also contains some information. So these informations of file1 file2 file3 will be finally stored in file4. So what is file4? Now file4 is the information combination of the information of file1 followed by file2 followed by file3. So this is nothing but combining files. So when you want to if there are two or three files are there, and you want the total information of all the files into a single file, so what you can do is you can use this type of option with cat command. So you can combine file1 file2 file3 and you can rename it as a file4. Now what the file4 will have is, the file4 will contains the total information of file1 followed by file2 followed by file3. Important, this is important, followed by file2. So the contents of file1 will be kept first, then the file2 information will be there, then the file3 information will be there. Okay, so this is important. And one more important point in this command is, if file4 is already existed, if there is a file4 is already there, so what happens whenever you are trying to combine the information of file1 file2 file3 and you want to put this total information in file4, and if file4 is already existed, then the contents of file4 will be overwritten. That means the old content of file4 will be erased, and the new content, that is the combination of f1 f2 f3, will be stored in that. So that's you need to keep it in mind. Okay, good. If file4 doesn't existed, that means file4 will be created, it will be automatically created, and the new information will be stored in file4. If file4 is not in existence, then it will be created. If it is already existed, then the contents of file4 will be overwritten, the old contents will be removed or erased. Okay, so till now we have seen how to create a file by using touch command, cat command, how to append information to existing file, and also how to combine different files into a single file. Okay, now the cat command is also used to display the contents of file. As I have told earlier that we have given cat greater than f1, that means we have displayed some information or stored some information in the f1 file, and we have pressed Ctrl D so that the information is stored. Now f1 contains some information. Now how to display the information of f1, how we can display the information of how we can show the contents of f1 is, you simply write cat followed by file name. So cat f1 will displays the contents of file 1. If you put greater than symbol before that f1, that means you are creating f1. Now without any symbol between cat and f1 means you are displaying the contents of f1. So the same way you can also use different files with a single cat command. As I showed here, you can also use cat space file 1 space file 2 space file 3 means the contents of file 1 will be displayed, and it is followed by file 2 contents, and then the file 3 contents will be displayed. So suppose if it is the screen, the file 1 contents will be displayed first, will be followed by file 2, it will be followed by file 3. So the same time you can use f1 f2 f3, or else you can use individually, like only you can type cat f1, so only f1 contents will be displayed on the screen. Okay. Then so till now we have created some files, we have appended them, we have added information into them, we have combined some files, and also we have learned how to display the contents of file. Now if you want to remove files, so there is a file you have created, and now it is of no use, so you want to remove it. So how to remove a file? So for removing a file you need to use a command known as rm command. So rm command syntax will be like rm followed by, say for example, f1. So what it does is it will remove the contents and the name of the file f1. So total f1 will not be there in your directory, f1 will be removed from the system. Okay, similarly rm can be also used for several files at a time. So rm f1 followed by f2 followed by f3 will remove file 1 file 2 file 3 at once, all will be removed at a once. Okay, and if you use rm star, see, this is rm star. Star in Unix stands for all. Star means for all, so all the files. So whenever you type rm star, each and every file in your directory will be removed from the directory. So it should be used very carefully. So whenever you it's something like select all and delete. So if you have any directory with the name movies, in that there are several movies are there. If you type if you press select a and control a means selecting all, and if you press delete button, all will be deleted. Similarly rm star is something like that, it will delete each and everything in the directory, all files will be removed from the directory. So be careful when you are using rm star. Then rm have some options also available, so that is rm -i file. So -i stands for, -i is nothing but interactive removal. Interactive removal means if you type rm f1, it will not ask you whether to remove or not, it will directly remove the f1. But whenever you use -i option with this rm command, so rm -i f1 will first ask whether to remove the file 1. It will ask a question. If you press y, it will remove the file. If you press no, it will not remove. So it is something like interactive session, like, so before confirmation, it will ask the confirmation to remove or not before using the executing the command. So rm-i file name will remove the file 1, but before removing it will ask for the confirmation. If it will ask like something, remove a file 1 or not. So if you press y, it will remove, and it will not remove. Okay, and till now what are the commands? Till now we have discussed all related to the files, and now we are going for directories. So as I told you, the directory is nothing but a place where all the files are stored. So directory is nothing but a place where files will be stored, so all files will be kept in a directory. Similarly, as I told you, that whenever you log into the system, you will be logging into your directory, home directory, with your name. Generally it will be with your name or roll number. Okay, so now how to create a new directory? As, say for example, I have a directory known as movies. So under the movies, I have another directory known as Telugu. Similarly Tamil, I have another directory, And now I have some other films. I purchased new films, so I'm Hindi films, so I need a new directory known as Hindi, so that I can keep all the Hindi movies under this directory, and these three directories will be under what, this movies directory. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to create a directory with the name Hindi. Okay, so for that, to create any directory, the syntax is mkdir is the command. Mk stands for make directory. Mkdir is nothing but make directory. So whenever you type make directory d1, a d1 directory will be created under your directory. Suppose if you are working under usr user Kishore, so I am now here user Kishore. I am working in user Kishore. Now whenever you type mkdir d1, a new directory will be created. So the d1 directory will be created under Kishore. So Kishore now contains some files and a directory known as d1. Okay, similarly, with the help of mkdir, what you can do is you can create several directories at once. So whenever you type mkdir d1 d2 d3, that means three directories with the name d1 d2 d3 will be created under your home directory. That is, in this case, that is my name Kishore. So now Kishore contains three directories d1 d2 d3. Fine. And now once you have created a directory d1 and you want to create some files under d1, now see, it is very easy to understand, simple. So now what, where are now I am working under user Kishore, and under Kishore I have, what I have done, I have created three directories d1 d2 d3. Now what I want to do is I want to move to this d1 and I want to create some files under this d1. Okay, so just listen carefully. There is a difference between directory and file. Directory is nothing but where you can store directories and files, but file cannot store a directory, right? So under d1 we can create some other directories and some files, but we cannot create directories under a file. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to move to d1. So for to moving into the d1, the command is cd d1. cd stands for change directory. So whenever you type cd d1, it will takes us to d1 directory. Okay, and in the previous session we have used a command pwd. What is pwd? Present working directory. So before executing this cd d1 command, your present directory is user Kishore only, and whenever you are executing a command cd d1, it is taking you to the directory 1. Now what is your present working directory? Your present working directory is user Kishore. d1 is your present working directory. Okay, hope everyone is getting the point. It is very easy when we are discussing. So you need to remember the names of these commands. Like I have till now I have discussed commands like log name, cal, date, touch command, cat command, options with cat command, rm command, removing command, mkdir to create directories, something like that. Okay, and as I in the previous slide, as we have done, like we are in present, our present working directory in the previous command is user uh, Kishore and in d1. Okay, now your present working directory is user Kishore d1. Again in d1 you may create some new directory, say for example d6. Now what will be the present working directory? User Kishore d1 and d6 is will be your present working directory. Okay, now what you can do with cd double dot is, whenever you are in this d6 directory, if you type cd followed by double dot, the control of the system will takes you back to your parent directory. So you will be jumped out of this d6 and you will be moved to the previous directory d1. Okay, and when you type cd double dot in d1, it will takes back to you to your home directory, that is Kishore. You can go back to the Kishore, or else you can directly use cd slash. So whenever you are in d6 directory, if you type cd slash, it will directly takes to you to your home directory. So that is the difference. So cd double dot will takes one step back, but cd slash will takes you completely to your home directory Kishore. So even if you are create another directory d7 under d6, so here see the hierarchy. You are when you are logged in, you are in the directory Kishore. In Kishore you have created d1, and in d1 directory you have created d6, and d6 you have created d7. Now while you are in d7, so that is your present working directory is user Kishore d1 d6 d7. Now whenever you in d7, if you type cd double dot, it will takes back one step, that is you will be back to d6 directory. Or else if you type cd slash backslash, it will directly takes you from d7 to your home directory Kishore. So that is the things happening with these two commands. Okay, and then we'll move forward. So as we have discussed about creating files and how to removing files, similar here also we have created directories, and let us see how to remove directories. So removing a directory, you need to use a command known as rmdir. So mkdir is used to make directory, whereas rmdir is used to remove a directory. So to remove a directory, there is a condition is there, one condition you need to satisfy to remove a directory. So if you type rmdir d1, the d1 directory must be empty. It should not have any files or any directories under it. So that means if you want to delete d1 first, it will remove all the files in d1 and all the directories in d1. Once the d1 is empty, then only you can remove d1, else it will not allow us to remove the directory. So keep remember that whenever you want to remove a directory, that directory must be empty. That means if you want to remove a directory, first of all you need to go to the directory and remove all the files, all the subdirectories, then only you are able to remove the directory, right? Similarly, another option with rmdir is rmdir minus r d1. So minus r d1 is, r means recursive. Recursive means if you d1 is directory and it is having some directories d2 and directories, say for example another directory is the d3, and it has a file 1, it has file 2, and similarly it has file 3. For example, we are discussing one directory d1 is there in your system. If this d1 contains two directories d2 and d3, similarly it also contains three files f1 f2 f3. So whenever you use normal rmdir command to delete the d1, it will not allow you to delete it, because it's already containing d2 d3 directories and f1 f2 f3 files. So it will not allow us to delete it. So by using normal rmdir command, what we need to do is we need to first delete d2 d3 f1 f2 f3. We need to remove all these stuff, then only our d1 can be deleted. Now when you use minus r option with rmdir, it will deletes everything. So recursive means the directory which you want to delete and the subdirectories which the directory is having, and all the files also the directory has. So without this minus r option you cannot delete d1, but with minus r option d1 can be deleted even though it is having some directories and files. So it will delete all the information about d1 recursively. Means it will first deletes the directories, then files, then it will delete d1. Okay, okay. Then it is also having another option, that is rmdir minus ri. So we know what is the option of r is nothing but recursively. What is I? Interactive. As we have discussed in the removing a file, rm minus I file name means it will ask first, before deleting, it will ask the confirmation, so whether to delete the file or not. Similarly here also it will ask for the confirmation. If you type rmdir minus ri d1, then what happens is it will ask for the confirmation whether to delete the file directory d1 or not. If you press y, then it will be deleted, else it will not be deleted. That is the minus I option you are having with this removing directory. Okay, so these are the few um, points we have, or few commands in the Unix we have discussed till now. And okay, the remaining commands will be continued in the next class. And as I said earlier, if you have any doubts regarding these commands, you can please type in the comment box so that I can get back to you and clarify your doubts. Or else you can also, if you have already installed Ubuntu or any Fedora flavors, you can check all these commands whether they are getting the results or not. And try to keep practicing these commands and try to remember all the commands. Okay. Have a good day. Thank you. We'll come back in the next class. Thank you very much.